I'd love to tap into all of that experience and start out by saying there are some pretty significant differences
Mhm.
between for profit and nonprofit and
Yes.
priorities and culture and all kinds of different things.
Yes.
Maybe just start off with your point of view on what those differences are, and then we'll get into the learnings after that.
So in 2006, at the technology company, I made a decision that it wasn't the right job for me because I loved HR. I loved what I did. It just was the industry that I was in. I was in technology. I did not understand what that company did. It was internet security. That was so over my head. I didn't understand what we did. I knew we hired engineers. I didn't know what those engineers did. And so I felt like I wanted to go somewhere where I knew what I was selling to candidates. So when I'm interviewing people, I wanted to be able to say, this is what we do, and I believe in this, and this is how you're going to contribute to the mission or the goals of the organization. So I decided at that time I really wanted to go into nonprofit. I am from the East Coast, from Maryland. We're a big water state. We are the Chesapeake Bay right in the middle of us. And I grew up on the bay and I just had a love of the water. And I was able to get the perfect HR manager job at an environmental nonprofit in Maryland. Basically, it was water conservation. So it was just the perfect fit for me because it was something that I grew up with, that I was invested in, that I had a lot of experience with just through my personal life. And I remember my first 6 months to a year at that organization. And the best way I know how to describe it is that it felt like hitting a brick wall when I first started. Because when I was at the for profit, it was doing everything so fast and just getting that project or that task done and pushed out to the staff or pushed out of the door. You just do it. And when I came to the nonprofit, it was very hard for me to really slow down and understand that nonprofits are about collaboration and thoughtfulness and taking your time in making decisions and rolling out initiatives. Everything is a task force. Everything requires decision makers from a lot of different areas. And so it was really hard for me because I didn't feel like I was making a difference for a long period of time because there was so much to do to get to the point of actually having a finished product.